didn't expect you to submit it, but those that did, thank you. Those that didn't, don't stress. I didn't expect you to submit it. This week is where we're going to start being strict with homework, and there will be an online quiz as well, okay? So I'm going to put up the practice questions. I know I did go through some of it, but it's okay even if we go through it again. For this, practice is perfect, okay? Practice helps us keep it. Hang on, okay. Okay, guys, so just quickly, I am extremely concerned about the grade 10s because I've noticed a lot of you do not know your basic 20 elements. Guys, this is a massive problem. At this stage, you should all know your basic 20 elements and the charges, especially of your metals and common non-metals. Guys, I cannot help you with that now. You need to take the time and study it because I expect it from you, okay? So that's the only little negative point today. We're going to look at the practice questions. Okay. Just give me a moment. So I take it everyone can see my screen?
Yep.
Please mute yourself. Okay, great. Please mute yourself, guys. You know the story. Why am I hearing still voices? Thank you. Okay, so we're going to look at the first one. I think I did do this with you guys, but I want to do it again. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is identify what kind of ions make up this element, this ionic compound. So we know, you should know, that BeE straight away, we know that's an element. Also, I told you could do this with your table. So you should be able to clearly identify this as your polyatomic ion known as sulfate. Once you know that information, guys, the rest is extremely straightforward. Beryllium sulfate. We know it is straightforward. I mean, not sulfate. What is it? Is it sulfate or sulfite? Sulfite. Okay, guys, we should be able to know this because we know monatomic cations and polyatomic cations do not change their name. So you know your first 20 elements, so you know that is 100% beryllium. You've already got the first mark. We also know that you've learned or have your table with you that SO3 is a polyatomic anion known as sulfite, and we know polyatomic anions names never change. Got it? Okay. Now, questions on that first one? No questions, or is there questions? Okay, I'm taking no hands raised. It's a good sign. For the second one, which I also did with you in class, I told you we do not have acetate on your list, so I gave it to you. We all, by this stage, know Na is sodium, and I gave you the polyatomic anion in this. So this should have taken you 2 seconds to answer. Sodium acetate. Also, guys, someone asked me, how do we find the charges? Guys, you find the charges because for your ones on the periodic table, your monatomic ones, I expect you at this stage to know those charges. We worked with it for a whole term last year, okay? And the polyatomic charges, you learned it. Is someone trying to answer a question that you've unmuted? Okay, no questions. So we know this is sodium acetate, okay? With finding the names, are there any questions? So you guys are all good. Raise your hand if finding the name is fine for you. Please raise your hand. I need to know you're all there. You can all hear me. Great. I can see lots of hands going up. For you that maybe are battling, it will take time, but make sure you know your first 20 elements. Okay, great, guys. It's good to see. So you can put your hands down. Thank you. Now, we need to do a little bit more when we are finding the formula. So we're going to look at aluminium nitrate. Okay, and they say for aluminium nitrate, the first step is to find the formulas and the charges. You should 100% know aluminium is Al3+, okay? It should be second nature to you. Nitrite, it's not second nature yet. You needed to look at the table. Okay, now we can start making the formula. The second step is we need to balance these charges, and this is what we worked on the whole of last week. So we end up with okay, so let's take a good look at that. Now, who can tell me what is the problem with that? What is the problem with this part? Okay, Ghana, do you want to answer? Ghana, do you want to answer?
We have to put a bracket, so
Excellent.
the 32.
Great, so that you know you're not saying there's 32 oxygen. You are telling me there is 2 nitrite. Okay, guys, can you not see I just made a mistake? I made a mistake, guys. You should have told me I made a mistake. I by accident switched the 2. I don't know why I did that. Okay, hopefully that doesn't confuse you guys. Okay. So your official answer is this with the bracket. Now for number 5. For number 5, we're going to be doing this.
So there is 3 NO2s.
Yes.
So it's a triple compound.
It's a what?
3.
No,
So
this is ionic. This is a ionic compound. It's an ionic compound, okay?
Miss?
Yes?
And then like the 2 that's next to the NO is representing that there's 2 like aluminium ions?
This 2.
I mean, no, what is the 2 representing?
The 2 is that there's 2 oxygen. The 2 belongs to this ion. Okay?
Okay.
It's always been there. It's always been there. This is the ion of nitrite. You cannot all of a sudden chop these off. It belongs to nitrite, okay? So the 2 has got nothing to do with the charges. Because look, we have 1 here, we have 1 aluminium, and then we have 3 nitrite, okay? Because remember, guys, when I did the drawing yesterday, and I'll do it again. So we have aluminium. Aluminium has 3 to give, okay? Because it has a 3+. So it has 3 to give, and we know in order to make an ionic compound, we want it to be stable. Remember, nitrite is in fact an ion on its own, okay? It has a minus, which means it needs 1, okay? So we know aluminium can give 1, but that means that our aluminium is still sad, okay? So we need to find another nitrite that has 1 space. And then another nitrite. Now is it happy now? Guys, is aluminium happy now?
Yes.
Yes. And the ratio is 1 to 3. So let's take a look. Is that correct? Yes. 1 to 3. This 2 is its arms. It belongs to it. It was always there and it will always be there. Okay. Does that make sense, Farah? Was it you that asked the question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, great, guys. Do these drawings help? Grade 10, do the drawings help you?
Yes, Miss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, we're going to look at ammonium phosphate and then we're going to move on to transition metals, okay? So, ammonium phosphate, this is easy because we know we're dealing with two polyatomic ions coming together. So we know no names are absolutely not going to change, okay? So we have ammonium, which you guys will soon start to know that it is always NH or plus, to join with phosphate. Okay, we do a simple balance the charges. Are we happy, guys? I'm waiting for someone to say yes or no. Are we happy with this?
No.
Absolutely not, okay? Because this is saying that hydrogen has 43 arms. We don't want 43 arms. Hydrogen, we know, always has 4 arms in ammonium. But however, we want to say we have 3 ammonium. So we add a bracket, and that is the correct answer. Okay, to distinguish between the arms and how many of that ion we have. Got it, guys?
Also, Miss, in the first one, you said acetate wasn't on the table. Is that fine?
Yes, that's fine. Oh, I didn't do acetate. Yeah, acetate was not on the table.
Yeah. So we don't have to like. It's not one of the ones we need to memorize.
No, you don't need to. Okay, it's just these are the examples that were here on the slide. So then I just gave you that. Okay.
Okay.
So now we are going to move on. We're going to start off slowly. I'm just going to unshare because I need to quickly get the PowerPoint for you guys. Just give me one moment. Okay, guys, so who can tell me why do we need a special rule for transition metals? Does someone want to try? Why am I now saying we need a special rule for transition metals? Why are transition metals different?
Is it because they have, like, in the normal metals, the groups define their electrons, but in transitional metals, their electrons vary?
Excellent. Yes. Their electrons, not electrons so much, but the charge, right? Which I know that's what you meant. So it's the charge that varies, okay? Okay, new section. Yes, new word, but still same section. Miriam, is that you asking me a question? Woo, someone's very, very noisy. Can someone hear? Okay. I see, Nave, it's okay if you don't understand just yet. We're going to be doing a lot of this, okay? So just give it a chance, okay? It's okay, guys, if you're still a little bit confused, you're going to be practicing a lot. So I'm going to share my screen. We're going to look at transition metals.
Miss, is your camera off?
Sorry?
Is your camera off?
My camera, can you see the screen now? I had switched it off, yes.
Yeah, okay, I saw it.
Yeah, but I had switched it off because remember I said I need to go fetch it quickly. Okay, so new heading, ionic compounds involving transition metals. By the way, this nomenclature is the name of the naming system we use. It's a fancy word, but it is the name, it's the naming system we use for compounds, okay? So it is the naming system we use. That's all it is, okay? So objectives covered today. Yes?
You are writing a lot of things. Should we write with you or you will send it or what?
Well, Ahmed, you should have written the examples down, the answers, yes. Or marked your work. Were you marking your work while I was doing it?
Yes, I didn't write it. I don't know.
Hey guys, but you're not baby Ahmed. I mean, you're not babies anymore, so you should know if I'm taking examples down, you would want the answers, right? So if you want the answers, you need to write them. But I do record the lesson, Ahmed. So if you didn't get it down, just look at the recording, okay?
Yes, because I wasn't there from the beginning of the class.
That's okay.
Miss, what's the name of the lesson?
Okay, guys, so it is stock system. We are looking at ionic compounds involving transition metals. Guys, this heading is minor. I want to get to the proper work, okay? So your objectives covered today would be name compounds containing transition metals. Given the name of the compound containing transition metal, write its formula. So it's the same as the last time. Okay, Ahmed, are you here? Ahmed? Ahmed, are you here now?
Hello, Miss. Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so you are not in this group, Ahmed.
Yes.
Okay, guys, so that's fine. I'll add you. Grade 10, I really need you guys to work with me, okay? You need to make sure you are in all the groups you need to be, okay? So you need to look at your schedule and check, because I'm one person and I'm having to chop and change people out of groups daily because we're getting new information from parents. It is difficult for me. I may miss one or two people, which I hate. I feel terrible about. But you need to work with me. You need to message me when you notice you're not in a group straight away before we have class, okay? Ahmed, it's not your fault. It's my fault. But guys, please, I need you all to check. Check you in tomorrow's groups. Check you in the C group. Do you guys, can you all understand? You're all going to check for me? Yes, I know you guys are all saying yes on the other side of the computer. Okay, great. Okay, so we are looking at transition metals. The reason why they are different is because they have different charges. Okay, so it says transition metals. Please write this. Transition metals.
So once I write objective, then
Yes. Okay, Hala, are you here? Hala? Hala, I need to know that you are here. Hala?
Yes, Miss, I'm here.
Okay, so you're not in this group either.
No.
Okay, hello, I will add you. Just next time, make sure you check that you're in all the groups, because like I was saying to everyone, there are so many people changing groups, moving out. It's very complicated, and I am bound to miss one or two people, okay? So check you are in that other group for tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
And then pop me a message if you're not. Okay, so let's look at our objectives. It says transition metals are those metals whose valence electrons exist in the D block of the periodic table. This is what we did last year. This allows them to have multiple oxidation numbers. Don't worry about this point yet. You are not there yet, but what they're meaning is different charges, okay? We must take this into some. You don't write oxidation number. I want you to say multiple charges. Oxidation numbers are what we're going to do next. So multiple charges.
Okay.
We must take this into consideration when naming transition metal ionic compounds. Marwan, yes?
Miss, what's the name of the lesson again?
Marwan, just keep a space and look at it after the recording, okay? We are naming transition metals. Okay, so it says, name compounds containing transition metals. Example compound, iron chloride. So it says, identify the transition metal, cation, and anion from the formula. Now, guys, we are going to take a look at this. So, if we use the
So I
rules,
didn't write the third point.
it says recorded. We only have a little bit of time, Ahmed. Okay. You know what, guys? Because we only have 4 minutes left, I'll go back. I'll give you an opportunity to write that. Then we will learn the process of naming, okay? Oopsie. Guys, just give me a moment. I don't know what happened. Okay, so you can write this down and then we will start doing all the examples, the practice things in the next lesson tomorrow. Okay, guys, so I'm going to move on to the next point. This is the most important. Take this down. This is the first thing. This is where we will start in the next lesson, okay?
So Miss, you should write this.
Yes, take this down. Don't worry about objective 9. Just say objective. Okay, guys, so once you've got that down, you may leave. It is time for the end of the lesson. Everyone have a lovely day, and I will see you, I think, in not today, not tomorrow, but the next day, I'm sure. Okay, bye, guys. You may leave.
Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss. Have a nice day.
Bye. Yes,
Bye.
Farah, are you talking to me?
Yeah, Miss, I just wanted to ask, I just wanted to tell you, like in the next lesson, can you give us a few more examples about like the
Farah,
previous
can't
ones?
hear you.
Oh. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. You just cut off for a bit, yes?
Okay. Yeah, Miss. Next lesson, can you please give us a few examples, like before we get to like the transition methods of the previous ones, just so it'll be a bit more clear?
Okay, that's fine. I can do that. No problem.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Miss. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.
Bye.
Have a nice day, Miss.
Bye. Have a nice day as well. Okay, guys, you all need to sign off. Okay, bye, everyone. You all need to sign out now. Zaina?